Ooh, welcome to Taz Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August the 31st, 2025. We're going to be talking about Clash in Paris because that's happened. It started at 2. I waited a little bit because I wanted to play my game a little bit more. But, ladies and gentlemen, we got Clash in Paris. We got a couple of crazy things happen. And I guess Division has a new member. And there's a big rumor or speculation of what's going to happen in the next PLE. Not Worlds Collide, because I don't think CM Punk will be fighting in Worlds Collide, but WrestlePalooza. So I will tell you guys more about that when we get there. But first match of the evening, we didn't get no intro. We got the video package, but no intro, no Triple H welcoming anyone to the WWE Clash in Paris. But first match of the evening, we got Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman. Well, it was an interesting match. I thought it was a pretty decent match. Bronson Reed was doing crazy things. He did a suicide dive. Big man doing suicide dives? My goodness, he did a dive. I guess I can't say the other word. He did a springboard. Let's say that. He did a springboard on Roman, but it was a pretty decent match. But the winner of that match was Roman Reigns. And then Roman was celebrating on top of the commentary table, and he saw Paul Heyman in the ring checking on his guy. So Roman got back in the ring, and there's Paul Heyman still checking on his guy. He did not notice about Roman Reigns being in the ring, but when he got up and he turned around, he almost wet his pants, so he had to try everything he could. He says, "I love you, my tribal chief. I acknowledge you." We all know he does not acknowledge him, right? We all know that. I got dirt on my shirts. We all know he doesn't acknowledge him. He wants to make sure he doesn't get hit. So Roman asked Paul Heyman for his shoes. Paul Heyman was terrified, and he gave him his shoes. And Roman Reigns, he did not care about Paul Heyman's health. He choked out Paul Heyman with a guillotine. And then Roman Reigns was celebrating again, and he got his shoes not attached anymore. They were tied up against each other because that's how Bronson Reed had it around his neck. He tied them around like a necklace. And then he signs the shoes and throws it to the fans. But out of nowhere, Braun Breaker runs off the French commentary and spears Roman Reigns into Michael Cole's and Wade Barrett's commentary table. These guys weren't done. They did spears, they did tsunamis, they destroyed the man. Paul Heyman got dragged out of there. But there was a tsunami on the stretcher onto Roman Reigns. Jey Uso tried to come out and save Mr. Roman Reigns, but he got speared. He got speared twice, I believe, and another tsunami on Roman Reigns. We heard that Roman Reigns is going to the hospital. Jey Uso is injured, but he still wants to do his fatal four-way match. Paul Heyman is in the hospital, and Adam Pearce ejected Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker out of the building. If they show up, they would be suspended without pay. That's not good for Mr. Seth Rollins. Well, we got the Wyatt Six versus the Street Profits for the WWE Tag Team titles. The Street Profits was dressed up as the Borderlands because there's a new game. Borderlands number 4 that's coming out in September. I think the 20th, 12th, something like that. But before the match got on, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford had a little problems to finding out who's going to be starting the match. Angelo wants to start it. Montez wants to start it. They had a little problems. And B-Fab is trying to get them get in your head and start being a tag team. But at the end, they were acting like a tag team. They were about to win the match. But the numbers game was too much for the Street Profits because Eric Rowan got himself involved, distracted Montez Ford, and Mr. Angel Dawkins was trying. No, I think Angel Dawkins got attacked. He got distracted by Eric Rowan. And then Montez Ford was about to get in the ring, but he got his leg caught with Nikki Cross under the apron, under the ring, grabbing the leg. And Uncle Howdy did a Sister Abigail onto Montez Ford outside the ring, and the winner of that match was the Wyatt Six. Is this the end of the Street Profits? We have no idea. We have Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I was a big fan of this match because I knew it was going to be a botch fest. Nikki Bella was missing a lot of things. She has a little ring rust. She tried to do her enziguri that she does on top of the turnbuckle, well, the middle rope, and she missed it because she botched it. And it was a little sloppy. But the winner of that match, and still the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch. If Nikki Bella gets more matches, singles matches, and actually look good in the ring, I will be more happy to watch her matches. But this match was my least favorite match of the evening. Of the evening, I guess is evening. We have the good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Rusev versus Sheamus. These guys destroyed each other. They even jump off of the whiskey barrels. It was a high thing. Into two tables. Sheamus got put through a bar stand. For some reason, there was Prime on top of the bar. Not like pints. Prime. Some reason Prime is the best thing to have in bars. But these guys destroy each other. But the winner of that match was Rusev. I don't care what other people say, that Rusev did not have a good WWE run right now. The guy he's being his Miro gimmick that he was in AEW. Yes, his name is Rusev now, but he's still a monster. He is still destroying people like he was Miro. But I think he's having a good run. Even Aleister Black, I think the match between Damian Priest and Aleister Black, when they had officially a real match, not brawls, I think that would be a great match. Because right now it's all the shenanigans. But when they finally have their final match against each other to end this rivalry, it's going to be a great match. Even Andrade and Rey Fenix is an awesome tag team. I'm hoping that we get to see them more. But even Andrade had great matches since he came back. He doesn't have to win a championship to have a good WWE career. Just know that. It was a great match. I enjoyed it. Rusev wins the match. We had John Cena versus Logan Paul. There was a lot of moves of release superstars. Logan Paul did the zigzag. Nick Nebbi's move. But they call it Dolph Ziggler's. Because I guess the TNA partnership, they're allowed to say his name. John Cena did the End of Days for Baron Corbin. And on the post-show, John Cena talked about those things. He did. He even did the Styles Clash. John Cena did the Styles Clash onto Logan Paul. Thank God he didn't hurt Logan Paul, because that thing hurts really bad. And we know AJ Styles kind of hurt some people as well in his TNA days when he was doing that move. And he was not supposed to allow to do it. And now, I guess he could make it safe, because he's in WWE and WWE knows how to make things safe. I don't know. But TNA back in the day, there are some moves that WWE wouldn't let them do, but in TNA you're allowed to do it, like power drivers, Styles Clash, things that could end somebody's career. And I guess WWE says you're allowed doing Styles Clash, just make sure it's safe. But the winner of that match was John Cena. I was hoping that we get to see Brock Lesnar, because we still don't know what Brock Lesnar has to say. Nick Aldis heard from him, but we don't know what he says. I thought we will see The Rock or Joe Hendry, because Joe Hendry wanted to face John Cena so bad, and I want to see that match. The social media guy that everybody loves, and the best wrestler in the world, Mr. John Cena, versus each other. That would be cool for WrestlePalooza. Is it Palooza? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins is all by himself defending his World Heavyweight Championship. Again, CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. These guys tried to work with each other. Jey Uso kind of ruined that by doing super kicks and attacking CM Punk and LA Knight. It was a pretty decent match. They had weapons, they had tables, they were doing crazy stunts. But the winner of that match was Seth Rollins because of the help of Seth Rollins' wife, Becky Lynch, low-blowing CM Punk while he was trying to do the GTS. Becky Lynch, I guess she is part of this team now, of the Vision. I think. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I thought it was a pretty decent show. I thought it was pretty decent. Not a lot of crazy things happened. No surprise returns or debuts. But it's crazy. I guess Roman is going to have another vacation until maybe Survivor Series. But now the rumors or the speculation at WrestlePalooza, because they said there was rumors that they're going to do something big to shock everybody to make something happen for WrestlePalooza. And the shocking thing is that Seth Rollins and his wife is working together. CM Punk has an ex-WWE superstar as his wife, AJ Lee. Will she show up? Will we have a mixed tag team match at WWE's WrestlePalooza? It could be AJ Lee's one night only thing, or she actually comes back fully, but I don't think that could happen. I think if she does come back, I think it's gonna be a one night only thing, just for to help her husband. We've seen AJ Lee train. She was training, and I believe she was in some companies, and then I guess she stopped being in some companies. But yeah, I'm hoping that we get to see AJ Lee come back. Is WWE actually going to get AJ Lee back in the WWE? WrestlePalooza is in September. I think it's September 20th. It's going to be crazy if AJ Lee shows up. The fans will go nuts. But will she come on Monday Night Raw? Or would it be a surprise for WrestlePalooza? Remember, some when they do opponents or tag team partners, sometimes they wait until the pay-per-view or the PLE. Like what they did with Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. They didn't want to tell us who Seth Rollins facing until we get to WrestleMania. And it was Cody Rhodes. Everybody ruined that by doing the spoilers. But I don't think this is a spoiler because everybody thinks this is going to happen. Will we see AJ Lee back in the WWE? It'll be crazy. I think the fans will go nuts. The social media will go nuts. AJ Lee hasn't said anything. Nobody posted anything that AJ Lee is trying to hint that she's coming back to WWE. CM Punk never said anything hinting it on Raw or on the pay-per-view. Some audience people had like signs, something with CM Punk and AJ Lee, but I don't think that's hints. I think that's just they want to see AJ Lee come back. I want to see that too. I want to see AJ Lee come back. I don't care if it's a one night only thing. I just want to see AJ back. I want to hear her music again, her skipping to the ring, and she could actually win this match. I don't think she ever faced Becky Lynch. No, I don't think she did. I think she left WWE before the Women's Revolution. Before Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Sasha Banks made their debut in the WWE. I think AJ Lee left WWE before that. Because her last match in WWE was WrestleMania 31. And I think that's what the same year, but couple months later. And AJ Lee was done. When those months happened. I think that's what it is. I think it was 2013. No, 2015. Not 2013. 2015. Because 2013, she was in her prime and she was winning the Divas title multiple times. 2015. I think it was 2015. The start of 2015, like in April or March, whenever WrestleMania 31 was. Sometimes they change WrestleManias that time to March to April. Now, these days, is always April. So I don't know what was WrestleMania 31, what dates that was, in March, in April, I have no idea. But I think it was like before SummerSlam, when Sasha, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch made their debuts. I think so. Or that was 2016, SummerSlam. No, the whole team thing happened in 2015. Team Bad, Team Bella, Team PCB. I believe that's all 2015. The Women's Revolution. Or Evolution, whatever they call it. Whatever Stephanie McMahon called it. It's not really a Women's Evolution or Revolution because it's only about those 3 teams. Nothing about the other ladies that was in there. Like, I believe Oksana, Summer Rae, Layla. No, not Layla. I don't think Layla was there. Was she there in 2015? I don't remember if she was still in WWE in 2015. But the other ladies, they weren't part of the Women's Evolution. Or Revolution. I don't think they were. But since 2015, WrestleMania, and 2025... 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 10 years! She hasn't been in WWE. If she does show up, it'll be a decade ago that she's been in WWE before. She never had special appearances because CM Punk wasn't doing special appearances back then. And she never showed up in AEW or TNA or anything like that. Even when CM Punk was in AEW, she'd never been in the crowd. Not like Bryan Danielson when he had his big match. Brie Bella was in the crowd. But AJ Lee, every time CM Punk was in a match or had a world title match, she wasn't in the crowd. They never showed her. Maybe she was in the crowd, but they never showed her in the crowd. Supporting CM Punk. So yeah, this could be the first time in a decade, her first time being in any type of ring in a decade. That's all for me today. That's all for me today. Time is out. See you guys tomorrow, Tuesday, for Monday Night Raw results. Let's see if we get to see AJ Lee, because I know CM Punk, he got screwed again. He wants revenge. Remember, CM Punk is the one that got low blowed. I think he's the one going to get his revenge over Jay Uso shouldn't get revenge. He didn't get low blowed. He didn't get pinned. Or LA Knights. CM Punk was about to win and he got low blowed. So CM Punk needs his revenge. I don't think this rivalry ends. I think this rivalry was all about, this Fatal 4-Way was all about CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Not about LA Knight, not about Jey Uso. They were just there to make it more interesting. But I think it was all about Seth Rollins and CM Punk. So I think CM Punk is going to get revenge. Because if there's going to be a mixed tag team match, who is Jey Uso going to team up? Who's LA Knight going to team up? It makes more sense. CM Punk and AJ Lee. If not, it could be somebody. It could be Liv Morgan. No, it can't be Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan didn't. She didn't get injured because of Becky Lynch. It has to be AJ Lee. That's the more right answer. Right? That's the right answer I could think of. That's all me today. Tell us out. Bye. See you guys Tuesday. Bye bye.